No jokes this time.
This is the greatest game ever.
Damn, I just thought about this. I forgot to remember where we left off at last episode. I think,
We left the mayor's house after successfully not dying.
I don't think we discussed going. Did we discuss going to the inn for the night or something?
okay. I say that you guys leave the mayor's house, you go over to the inn, and then start the night off there. You,
Like a Zelda. There, now I have that joke on record. Aha!
And hopefully that works. It seems like it's working for me.
it popped up for me. I'm in the chat.
Dropped it.
We both got it also.
Thank you.
Everybody rolled their d4s. And there was a lot of ones in there.
Everyone got a 1 except Orin, who got 2. Oh boy.
Okay, let's do rollies again.
Hey, a spread this time.
That is Violet and Orin both with 1s. That is Viral, and Cielo with 2, and Jen with a 4.
I'm against Variel.
Varial.
Burrow.
That actually works out perfect. So, Violet and Orin, you guys go back and you take over the castle to acquire help to get it fixed back up. What else happens over the next 10 years besides Violet's egg finally hatching and you're introduced to your guard drake?
No, Patrick, that's my chicken. Okay, never mind, eat your chicken. So rude.
I could actually see that happening. Violet, give me a d6 for that.
What?
Uh-oh. Oh shit.
Oh, fuck.
Oh crap.
Do you know how expensive I am right now?
That is a 6.
You want to handle to see if you can lower that?
Yeah, let's try this. 16.
I have no idea if that's good or bad.
Fly, Russell, fly.
Wait, maybe its vision is based on movement. Thank goodness I'm also a great ventriloquist. Alright, don't tell me otherwise.
Yeah, he's gonna stay pissed. Russell, give me a reflex roll, please. He's going to breath weapon you.
All right, horse, now calm down.
22. Dabe. Those years of...
You passed the that.
Years of living with Orin has trained my reflexes to dodge breath weapons and area of effect spells.
So he shoots a line of lightning up at you. How much damage does Russell take, Violet?
0. He has the evasion perk, so would take half damage. If he succeeds, he takes none.
Okay, awesome. Violet, give me another animal handling.
Oh, shit.
See if you can calm him down.
Please, Violet, I am very expensive.
Oh. No, he's still pissed.
Can I give her ribs to, with advantage?
Yeah.
I will give you 2 ribs for advantage. Feed them to the Drake to make him happy.
I'll use 2 more just for a pass.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be putting points into handle animals once we level up.
Well, you're 7th level now, so.
Oh.
So yeah, you finally calm him down, but I can see this relationship between them being rocky. That's going to be interesting. So tell me about the next 10 years.
We grow, we love, we try to avoid the Drake. We find this lovely boat and, other stuff, but mostly the boat. And we have something. Yes. Hopefully he still wants to be captain when he gets back. If we ever come. What we have? We're a captain.
Violet learned how to handle Drake a little bit better.
So tell me about this orphanage that you guys set up for this time period.
I'm helping because I think you are.
Legitimate?
Yes.
Yes. Orin is setting up perfectly legitimate orphanages. First starting in the castle, then spreading to nearby towns and cities as funds and space becomes available. Definitely legitimate orphanages. The evil secret is that I actually try to make them good orphanages. It's a much better cover story when it's actually true.
So do you even reach out to like Oak Rest, which is one of the closer towns to you?
I want as many young, not malleable, impressionable youths as I can reasonably control. I mean, help. Yes, help.
So that's gonna give a segue crossing over to Jin.
Oh my.
Because you go during your time, you wanted to go back to Oaks Rest and find out about your parents.
I did. That was my intention. After reaching Oak's Rest, I found that some of the lost souls that were captured in the forms of those mutated undead things, a lot of them had been without souls for so long that they were just walking bodies and they had perished. And I have zero hope for my parents to still be alive. Most of the people that we did recover when I first returned to Oak's Rest were stragglers that were lost along the side of the highway, and they just wandered into Oak's Rest and became those creatures. I can't say whether or not any of them were original residents, but as far as I haven't found any original residents that I knew, I just assume they were strangers passing through. It's kind of sad. It leaves me a little hopeful. I mean, my parents could still be out there somewhere. Probably not, though. Spending that much time without a soul in your giant mutated husk, probably not very healthy. So, after Cielo walked me home and we found that most of the place was pretty well healthy and generally safe, I bid him adieu to his adventures and I got to work, rolled my sleeves up, and started building my own clinic. Pretty much building half the town. Well, not entirely by myself. I'm not gonna brag as if I were Cielo. I mean, he's worth it, but no, I had a lot of help. I went to the orphanage every once in a while, got the help of the children. I did a few trips down to Moonshire, hired a few people, got a couple of druids down there for a couple of gold a day. They'll help you grow some trees and some gardens and all that stuff. Don't ask them to stay though, because that's extra expensive. I could not afford that. But lumber prices were pretty fair and helpful hands for, you give me a home, I'll give you a hand for a couple of weeks. Cool deal. Made that trade quite often. We got several carpenters out of the deal and a bartender. He didn't really help much for building stuff, but he kept everybody happy after hours. There's a lot of hard work. And well, some stuff happened and at one point the crossroads of Oak's Rest have kind of merged off to the side of being just the road to town. We no longer straddle the road, and we're more off to the side of it a little bit. Town's moved a bit. Uh, got to name a few buildings myself and a few shops. Some of the townsfolk don't much care for the names. Some of them are pretty fun. Some of them are not quite so much. And I met somebody. It's quite interesting. But maybe that's enough for right now, and we should carry on.
So tell me about this one that you met.
Oh, well, it was outstanding. So, I found her wandering on the side of the road, about as tall as me knee. She reminded me so much of Violet. I asked her her name so I could help her find her tribe or her family, part of, whatever life she left behind. Looked up at me, and as a hungry panther looks at a fat chicken, I just knew. Uh, and when she, in perfect common, demanded food, it was argued that I gave her food and asked her her name. Well, I had recently finished building the clinic at the time, and she just kind of slept under the counter. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. You know, sleep wherever you're most comfortable. That's cool. And she woke up and demanding food. I fed her again. Asked her what her name was, and she hid from sight. Kind of like Violet, just sneaking off. Kind of like the whole group, just kind of wandering off and whatever. It's fun stuff. After the chores and cleaning and all that stuff that I was doing, and she just kind of wanders up and demands more food. So I decided she wasn't going to give me her name. I was going to name her. So I named her Viola. Viola or Datra. Viola, for Violet. Thought she'd get a kick out of it. And Odatra, because it sounds like, oh, daughter, huh? I kind of adopted her right there on the spot. And she didn't reject the name at all. She never left. And as long as food and tasks remained, she just kind of stayed. So I kept giving her work and paying her in food and asked the carpenters to build her own little extension to the house clinic thing. I spent all my time teaching her the philosophy of Pharasma. And she didn't seem to be all that into the study of my religion, but seems to find her own. She's a pretty well-adjusted cleric in her own right. I'm amazed in the short time that we've had together. She's grown from barely taller than my knee to taller than me. But I guess that's the half-orc life. She kind of does more herbology and keeping her that keeps her out at weird hours, creeping into weird places and cemeteries and all that kind of stuff, finding the perfect flowers. What you gonna do? Young girls and their weird gothy stuff, right? I don't care. Kind of I guess for an orc, a beautiful young woman. I really don't know. I really don't acknowledge that kind of thing in other people. Uh, yeah, I guess age is relative, but I think she's youthful adult right now. I don't know. I haven't met enough orcs to really gauge her age and how long they live and all that stuff. Townsfolk seem to be pretty okay with a demon like myself and a half orc as the clerics. They don't seem to complain too much. Um, if I had to leave, I'd trust her with the place. I think she's well adjusted enough. Knows how to defend herself. Knows how to kick an ass or two, and knows how to heal the ass that she kicked. That's kind of nice.
So, speaking of leaving, over the 10 years span of you being there, after you got the town set back up, the clinic set back up, did you venture out at all, or did you end up sticking around there?
Oh, well, before I helped to rebuild this town, well, Cielo and I were, you know, en route here. I kind of wandered off for a little while before, make a plan, meet back here in a week or two, a month or two, or whatever. I got to go do a thing. The Harpies asked me to go check on that tagging guy. Just going to go do that real fast. And I did, in fact, find remains. I'm not entirely certain on whether or not specifically they're his or not. I kind of have my doubts. I saw some stuff, and I'm not quite ready to talk about it. Maybe if I could see Orin again. Orin had that weird knowledge that might. Yeah, well, if that happens, I'll talk. Yeah, interesting stuff.
So, on your little time away that you explored a little bit, besides going to the northern lands and finding Tegan's spot, did you end up ever checking in on your mom and Uncle
Oh no, honestly, it never occurred to me that I probably should. Yeah, it entirely slipped my mind.
O? Okay. So let's go from there to CeeLo. CeeLo, you left Jin in Oak's Rest, and then where did you go from there?
As soon as Cielo left Jin, he went to go check on his mother and his uncle just to be sure that they were safe after everything. I know he knows he was assured, but he had to see it for his own eyes. And getting there, he learned that uh, they had actually become a couple, and feeling slightly slighted by this, he was hurt for a little bit, but decided they were happier together, and he was glad that his mother found somebody else, given the circumstances. And After enough time has passed, he decided to continue on his goddess's quest to find all the parts of her body to bring them back together. And knowing that all the parts, at least, were found on this continent, he decided to gather up some resources and use whatever little renown that he had to basically requisition an expedition out to find those places that they had, the group had found through their adventures through the mirrors. And he was able to complete 2 successful ventures. The first to a strange continent filled with mysterious elvish people who were very not nice to him, and also pandas with very cool swords that were also not nice to him. And along that way, he actually met up with a single... I don't know how nice this elf was, but they were nice enough to give him a really cool exotic dagger and join his crew for the ride, at least back to the continent. That's about half of his journey right there, getting to and exploring that place, and then getting back to the main continent. And that's where I'm sorry. What was how do you pronounce your character's name again?
Burrell.
And yeah, that's where he met up with Varel, and he gave him a cool ass kunai, and they ended up coming back to the main continent. I'm not sure if Varel went on the second expedition with Cielo. I believe you said that you did, right? You ended up going back on the ship.
Yeah, I was like a traveling companion.
Yeah, so they ended up traveling again together, except the second time they came across the Golden City, which we had found once before, except this time he noticed that all these people were wearing the same type of cloaks that the Silverfish was wearing, and after a little bit of sleuthing this time, he found that the Silverfish, at least in title, is still alive in that area. And immediately upon learning that, he packs up all of his stuff and ventures back to the mainland to gather up some resources to go hunt him down again. And after a long time of actually living kind of halfway out on the seas, he now has one thing on his mind again.
To become captain?
He did become a captain. That's already in the past. He is out for revenge, as edgy as it seems.
So, with all these good deeds and all of this stuff that you have accomplished, you come back to Crystal Cove, and you find out that the Red Right Hand is no longer existing without Silverfish there. They've basically been banished or prisoned, and you have been knighted as a knight in the king's court and sent out to do your wilderness exploring, finding the Asian continent, and then bringing back an elf, and then finding the Golden Coast and another major city over here to expand the trades. When you come back from the Golden Coast and you bring the news back of another friendly continent, Guinness approaches you and he asks you if the next time that you guys go out that way to let him know, because him and his brother are having issues and he wants to take his side of the business and start somewhere else. So the next time that you go to cross the ocean, let him know he wants to go with you.
And Cielo very heartily agrees, as Guinness is a very good person to have on his side.
And then by becoming a knight, your name gets known and you acquire a squire.
That's right, y'all. Cielo's a noble now. A little low noble, but still noble. Cielo's squire is a level 2 human fighter named Mariketh. He's kind of a dude. He's a little dopey, but like not as much as Cielo. He's just more like green on his feet and less naive and hopeful. More just excited to get his name out there. Cielo's just happy to have a title.
So with that, coming back and realizing that Silverfish is still around, you say something to the court?
Cielo beckons the court to aid him in his quest to bring justice to the Silverfishes. Not only did he personally uh, do wrong to Cielo, he also tried to usurp control of the continent for himself and his party, and that cannot be that cannot be something that is left to stand if the continent is to live safely and establish trade with other places. They can't leave somebody who tried to usurp the power for themselves alive.
So, hearing that news, the court decides that you should go back and get the ambassador Orin to go to this Golden Coast continent and establish trade routes, see what trades that you guys can offer back and forth, and expand this your guys' kingdom's horizons and see if you can get profit from it.
And hearing that, Cielo's first thought is to go to Orin because he's the only one that he knows that has any experience dealing with kingly advisorial roles.
So with that, you go back to Orin. Orin, you guys have accomplished a lot with your keep and this orphanage that you actually attracted the attention of Scour yourself to want to learn from you.
What the hell does he? Warren? Okay. All right. Welcome. First lesson: give Headmaster Orin more heads up. Second lesson: Russell likes chicken. You will feed him chicken whenever it's convenient for you. What? Shut up. I will have these new scholars begin researching. First, I just send me Acolyte Abidail's almanac on. Fuck, I had this written down. Get me one of her almanacs and all will be well. And the ones that make it back alive, I don't know how they got lost, how they died going to the library and back. It's fine. Definitely didn't forget to plaster over that bottomless pit. Bright side, found the bottom. Downside, can't find the way back up because, death. Yeah, I have them researching. One of them researching weird sand, anything with sand magic. Because before Cielo shows up, Orin doesn't know if the thing that's new magic. Orin wants to know, and the other one just start researching planes and conduits between them, trying to figure out what these gems are and how to locate more, and slowly finding which orphans will be most useful for extracurricular activities.
That does not sound suspect at all.
No. And the ones Orin finds are no longer up for adoption. They are now under direct employ of, I guess, Steward Orin. I don't know if we got titles for this keep, but screw it. Steward Orin Zent and Bird. And of course, wonderful Druid and her most precious and wonderful pet. Please don't hurt me again. Russell is fine. He'll take less damage. What? You heal. Shut up. Is the bed fluffy enough for horse? I don't know if you're messing with me with that.
Although Cielo's wise wisdom naming your steed horse, I just don't feel like it's right. I think I'm gonna go with Drake.
And alright. Anyways, these useful orphans who are now under my employ, they are now definitely not going through secret training and becoming my not X-Men. League of Extraordinary Orphans. It just sounds weird. And in addition, the most nefarious part of all, establishing context and training the actual the orphan orphans to either get families or, more honestly, because Orin doesn't believe, I don't know, everyone is up isn't that helping them find jobs after they become adults. A lot of them just suspiciously become guards at the castle because Orin isn't paranoid.
So, Cielo,
Yes.
take your new found companion that you've gotten from the Asian continent and your squire, and you go back to the keep to meet up with Orin and inform him from what you're told from the court. Approaching the keep, you see this wandering the grounds.
Hey guys, remember the time I told you about how I killed a dragon? I hope I don't have to do it again right now.
Violet, let me get a d6.
As I see this, I'm paying a key point, and I'm just going poof.
Fuck.
Start rolling high on this.
I'm sorry, Cielo, but I've learned to handle him a little well.
Do I handle animaling to see if you can change it?
Haha, 20.
Yes, you've calmed him down. You come out in time that he doesn't attack them, but he still is guarding you very fiercely.
Cielo, don't you dare kill my dragon.
Oh,
This is Drake.
I didn't realize this was. Oh, hi Drake. Nice to meet you. I didn't realize this was your dragon. Um, this strapping young lad here is my squire, Merikith, and the person who just disappeared is Varial. He's a little shy, but he's good people. Um, yeah, I was just stopping by. I wanted to talk to Orin and you also, and cool dragon. Hey Drake, you want to meet my horse? And then Cielo summons his horse. Horse, meet Drake. Drake means horse.
I almost took your advice and named him Horse, but just something about that didn't seem right.
Cielo is immediately saddened that he does not. He now knows that there's a world out there in which he knows a dragon named Horse, and this is not that world. Oh well, Drake's still a good name. How have you been, Violet? It's been a long 10 years. I'm sorry I didn't stop by to see how you guys were doing before. I've heard good things about the orphanages though. They seem they seem very prestigious and like nice.
Yeah, Orin's doing really good with the orphans. I've been helping a little bit, but this big guy's been keeping me very busy.
Yeah, I see. He's come a long way from being an egg. I didn't expect you to be blue.
He grew up a lot faster than I thought. It is true what they say, kids grow up fast.
Yeah, actually. Can you ride him? Like I can ride horse? 'Cause that'd be pretty cool, seeing a tiger ride a dragon into battle.
I can actually. I'm not sure if I can as the Tylet. I haven't tried to push my luck that far yet.
Well, I hope. Well, no, that was. I was about to say I hope we get into a fight soon, so we can see. But I actually prefer we not to get into too many fights. Well, do you think Drake will let us in to go see Orin? I'm pretty sure Varial could go by himself, but he doesn't know where to go. So, and I don't think he knows Orin. He probably shouldn't. He's from a different continent.
I didn't get a good look at him before he just went poof.
Oh,
Um,
don't worry. I haven't gotten a very good look at him yet either. He's he wears a very mysterious hood. I haven't quite gotten a peek under there yet.
you trust him?
I've been I do. Yeah, I've been traveling with him for the past 5 years, and we've gotten to some scraps together. And I would say I do. Also, he gave me this cool foreign dagger, and Cielo pulls out a kunai.
I'm gonna pop into view right behind Sheila with my hand on his shoulder.
Oh, hey, see, there he is.
Violet, let me get a d6, please.
I knew he was going to say that.
Uh-oh.
Your friend seems to have scared Drake.
Scared me a little bit, too. I'm still not used to that.
I got a 4 DAC.
Okay. He's going to roar. Cielo, give me animal handling for your horse.
22.
Okay. Your horse is hardened with battle, so he's not scared, but he's not too happy either. He snorts and kind of leans into you.
Don't worry, horse. I'm sure you guys will be fast friends.
Drake, don't scare horse now. Sorry about that, Cielo.
Oh no, it's fine. I understand how they can get. I remember when a horse used to buck me off sometimes when we would go into battle, and that was never good. That's where I got this scar from, and this one.
I'm gonna pat Drake on the back. If you guys want to follow us, and we'll walk in and find Orin.
As we're walking through like the main door, I'm gonna peace tie my weapons just to show a sign of non-hostility.
Okay.
Cielo's also patting Mariketh on the back, like, don't worry. You'll get used to the dragons soon enough.
I really think Drake likes horse, though.
As Drake looks at a horse and licks his lips.
No, Drake. You can still Russell's chicken later.
I feel a disturbance in the force. Nope, gas. Sorry, Orin. And resets the day since I've been shit on by Russell back to 0. Hey, that's not fair. That was just a fart. Wait.
So do we have everybody in here now then?
Everyone but our monk friend.
Okay. Well, we can go back to where we left off at with Cielo, Violet, talking to Orin.
So as I remember, we walked in as Orin was kind of having a little moment.
Don't mind him, Cielo. You know how he is, or she is.
Wait, what? Oh! Sets up straight. Oh, what are you? Oh. Oh.
Our captain has returned.
Hey. Oh, literally, I'm like literally a captain now. Like, they sent me on a ship and everything, and I was the one leading the crew. I even got a cool hat. I don't have it with me right now because it was kind of heavy and it made my neck hurt. But yeah, well, actually, it's Sir Captain Cielo now, or Captain Sir Cielo. I'm not sure which how they go.
That is a good question, Sir Captain. Wait, you have your own ship? Well, there goes that surprise.
Well, it's not technically mine. They let me use it because actually that's what I'm here to talk to you about. The kingdom wants me to set up trade routes and spark allegiances and like commerce and stuff between us and this other friendly continent. Also, by the way, there's friendly continents out there that aren't us, and also unfriendly ones. That's where my friend here comes from. This Orin, Burial, Orin. He gave me this cool knife. Cielo pulls out the knife. And yeah, so they want me to establish trade routes, and you know how I am when it comes to talking to people, and I know how you are when it comes to talking to people, so I wanted to come ask for your help.
Okay, that's nice. Burial, what race? He's not here. What race is he? Sandal?
He is basically a high elf. He's from the Asian continent.
We'll look at the
And
pointy
then-
ears.
He has himself mostly covered up with a hood and a wooden mask. But the continent that Cielo was telling you about is the Golden Coast continent. This has a desert to the south of the mountains and a vast tropical jungle forest mountain area before the mountains.
Interesting. Different enough, we'll see.
You remember that one killer panda that you summoned that one time that we all just thought was kind of like a weird thing?
Should focus from the monk to you. Yeah,
There's a lot of them. And they're mean.
interesting. I take it this is the not nice continent.
Yeah, that's where Varial's from. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're fine. Alright, let's be nice. Is Horse there? Or did he left at the stables?
Unless somebody told him not to, he totally brought Horse with him.
Okay. Oh, come on. Drake, let's deal with Horse easily, but he keeps eating my chicken? This is bullshit. I mean, this is perfectly reasonable. Please don't eat my chicken again. Please, I just got this.
Also, please don't eat horse. The last time he died and I brought him back, he seemed a little different. Like there's a little less there. I feel kind of bad for doing it. So yeah, please don't eat horse.
Okay. All right. So, so you want us to go with you for the trade mission?
Officially, yes, but also revenge because apparently the silverfish is still alive. But don't worry, it's only like the fate of our relationship with their continent that's on our hands. It's not really that big a deal, I don't think.
Unless, where did you hear that the silverfish was still around? Happy place or naughty place?
Oh, the nice place has a bunch of those like guys with the same type of cloak that the silverfish had. So I kind of was digging around. I asked if anybody had like heard of him or met him. And they're like, oh yeah, he's around. So apparently the silverfish is still around. It might just be a title. I'm not willing to take that chance. But also I have to go over to that continent and establish happy trade relations. So it's a little complicated. One hand murder, another hand commerce, you know.
I have distant relatives to say they're one and the same. Russell will fly off.
Maybe they didn't have a boat.
Yes, I wonder why they didn't charter a boat. Maybe I'll put them on one, then sink it. Who?
Those are interesting names. Are those family names?
I was inspired by an old colleague.
When Cielo did say that, Mariketh just put his head into his hands.
Right. You come with a young man and a big strapping man. Cielo, you found out what an orgy was.
Oh yeah, I was told that that's something that only heathens do and I shouldn't do it, so, yeah.
Well, he doesn't need to enter that room then. Scratch that off. Well, if you need less group, one of the ways we're funding this operation is sheep. And a lovely side effect of sheep is, we'll deal with that. Who sent you on this mission? The official part, the unofficial murder, that's, a hobby.
Officially, the kingdom's setting me to set up relations since I've already been there and have already technically made some relations. Unofficially, I'm going to murder, and yeah, that's unofficially. Oh shoot, my bad. Mariketh, cover your ears, and he obliges, but like half-heartedly. So, yeah, I don't think he's supposed to know I'm going on a murder mission, but yeah, that's the main reason why I'm going.
I mean, truth be told, he is your partner, lover, squire?
Oh, yeah, he's my squire. I don't really understand what that means, but he helps me with stuff, and sometimes he brings me food and, like, cleans my sword and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Yeah, bright side, he is a wanted criminal, mess, a serial murderer. If it's a moral issue, I think we're in the clear. Sure, give me a little bit of time to get affairs in order. Make sure, crap, I'm going to put us number 1 and number 2. No, they're good at math, and the children should be fine. Uncle and cousin should be able to take care of it. Start rummaging through papers, and like, okay, this is not the paperwork I wanted to do with my life, but all right, sure. When do we need to leave? Where did I put that stamp?
I don't think they gave me, like, an exact date. I did want to go, visit Jin, too. I know he has a lot going on with rebuilding Oak's Rest and everything, but I I felt it only right to ask him. You know, it was. I know him and my father didn't always get along, but I feel like he would still want the closure. You know.
Oh, yes, sure. Was it a hospital? Was it a orphan? Oh, no. Yeah, we have an orphanage there. Uh, yeah, still official business, in case anyone asks. So, perfect.
Oh yeah. One more thing. Since I was gone so long, I haven't paid my health insurance premium in a long time. Should I give that directly to you, or should I make it out to Russell? How does that work?
Okay, what the hell are you? Yeah. Is your squire still holding his ear?
Cielo didn't tell him to stop, and he kind of forgot about it. And this isn't the first time that that's happened.
I'll find that out later. You know, I think we'll be okay for, let's see, it's been 10 years?
Yeah, just about.
How much did we scam you for? Screw it. Scam you for the first time?
Is that like some kind of acronym, like super careful um, accounting money or something?
2 gold per month or 20 gold per year. No, I just don't. No, it's quite literal scam. But then again, I don't like my insurance agent, so then again, it's Russell. So I just mean 20 gold a year. I'm assuming you want to do yearly because it is cheaper in the end result. Do you have any claims you need to bring to me?
Um, well, there's this, and Cielo starts like pulling down his like leather armor or whatever he has on right now. He's like, I got this stab right here, almost went through the heart. This one over here almost made me bleed out, and thankfully it didn't. This scar over here, I got gored by some weird horn thing. I got shot over here by something. I don't know what it was, but it made me all woozy. But I haven't died yet, so how much does that cost me?
Oh, how much that costs you? Looks behind you. There's a couple children, and they scurry out like, fine, bastard. I'll be good for now. Uh, well, if no one gave you any paperwork, I think everything's good. So let's just go with 200 gold. And, I did find something in the keep, so we'll call it even.
Oh, sweet, what a deal.
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, yes, I am very nice and not using this as a leverage later. Wait, no, not very kind of. I'm talking out loud again, aren't I? Yes, everything is good. So you want to rest for the night? We do have various chapel. We do have a series of chapels. Made sure there was one for you, Jin, some various local ones. Or if you just prefer nice trees, we do have a garden, like as good of a garden we can get, in this one corner of the courtyard.
Sure,
Otherwise,
yeah. Whatever you have to accommodate, I will be glad with. Why are
I'm
you
going
covering
to the
your ears,
garden.
America? Oh, sweet. Yeah, we can do that. You look, America, you look silly. Take your hands off your ears.
all right. Yeah, mutton's on the menu. It's the most abundant thing we have since we raise sheep. Not a big herd, flock, but enough for warmth, food, and side business.
Hey, Vario, do you have sheep on your continent? I didn't ask between getting chased by various tribes of people who wanted to kill me.
Yes, but they mainly run wild. We don't tame them.
But then how? Oh, never mind.
All right. Well, let's have one good night's night, because you're the sir now.
Captain, sir.
Oh my goodness! And I can. It's still. Well, we brought it up, but it's under tarps. If you want, we have a boat. We're gonna take a different. We're not gonna take it on land. It takes so long to drag a boat on land. Do you know how many orphans it takes to pull a boat on land?
I would hope no one does.
It was a very fun PE class.
Oh well, as long as it was fun.
Yes. Unfortunately, I have it. We know that it takes more than 50. We don't know the actual number yet, but maybe when they get older and bigger, I will send a quick message to the and to expect us within at the correct amount of time.
So you guys leave your castle and go to Oak's Rest. Entering into Oak's Rest, Jin, what do they see?
As they enter into Oak's Rest, they see a large group of the children in town sitting around this periwinkle demon guy, reading storybooks to them, and having a wonderful time. He doesn't seem to turn around or notice because he's used to people walking in and out of town like it's nothing. And without even turning around, he's headed off to the clinic to go and do his daily things. The children are all running off and playing and getting dirty in the dirt. And the town is slightly more populated with buildings than you had previously seen. There's at least 30 or 40 what you would assume are businesses. There's a bunch more houses. Lots of them look like they haven't been moved in yet, but built and ready for new families. The town is bustling for as small as it is. And it looks inviting. Homely, even.
Hey, Jin! Jin, wait up!
Jin will stand at the door of the clinic and try to acknowledge that he heard a sound, but not know exactly where it came from. His hair's a little bit longer. His horns are slightly covering his ears a little bit, and just kind of waits there for a second. Like, that voice sounded familiar, but yeah, probably just a phantom from my past.
Jin! Hey, Jin! Can you hear me? Guys, you guys should call him. I don't think he can hear me.
Is there any shadows by the clinic?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of large trees and other buildings, and there's a little alleyway in the back. And yeah, there's a lot of shadows all around. I mean, even at midday, there's some pretty good coverage.
This is going to go badly. I'm going to try to shadow step over to him. Doc, I rolled a 7 on my power check.
Okay. So Drake sees all these kids running around.
Fuck.
And gets all excited and thinks
He's excited.
food to play with.
Fuck.
Oh no.
So he's going to run into the middle of everybody and he is going to Nova.
Ah, son of a...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
I need everybody to do a reflex roll, please.
Can I do an acrobatics check instead of a reflex?
No.
Aw.
Oh.
That is Jen with a 10, Cielo with a 26, Orin with an 18, and Violet with a 22.
That's damage. Okay, I need to be with an 18 and over passed.
Well, good news is I come with improved evasion, so I'm only taking half damage. Ow.
Okay, so 22 if you failed, 11 if you passed.
How many kids were in the blast?
I hope none.
I'm going to say that the kids already ran away. He got Jen in the most part of it. The kids got out of there before they got blasted. And Jay, I need you to do a percentage, please.
8, Doc. 8.
For the next, roll me 2d6.
7.
For the next 7 hours, Your arms are coated in continuous flames, and you can cast firebolt at will as a bonus action.
I'm gonna look at my arms and be like, well, that wasn't supposed to happen, but okay. But I'm gonna be speaking in Elven to myself.
That's new, Burial. Well, how long have you been hiding that power?
I'm just gonna look over and shrug.
Anything within 5 feet of you will take 1d4 points of fire damage.
I'm gonna run up to Jin. Jin, I'm so sorry. He gets a little excited when there's so much stuff going on. This is Drake. Do you need a potion by chance?
Oh my God. Yeah, you're. Oh, he's not as little as I thought he would be. Hi. Friend, huh? Okay. Right. This is the one you've been training? Whoa. I really should have visited. Huh. Wow. Violet. Oh my God, how are you doing? How are you? I'm going to grab Violet's little hand and I'm just going to hold it and shake it like I'm greeting her for the first time as a crazy old man. Just, how are you? Oh my God. And I'm going to look past her just a little bit and see the rest of the group, and my eyes are going to shoot wide open when I see the gang's all back together with a couple of new people. But the gang's all back together. Like, oh my God, you're all here. Why are you here? What's going on? Are we getting the band back together? Are we doing a 10-year reunion? What's going on? I haven't seen you in forever.
Cielo is a real captain now.
Oh.
And also a sir.
I think ranks are taken by which one's more distinguished, so you just pick whichever one's more important to you, and yet you're that one. I think. I don't know. Anyway, come in. Guys, come in. Oh, man. Even Orange showed up. I'm going to hold the door open and usher them all into the clinic, except for the guy with the flaming arms. Like, I'm sorry, sir, you're going to... Probably best if you stay outside. There's things that can be lit on fire in here, and, well, no offense, but seem a bit toasty. We'll talk by the door, by the window. You'll be able to chat with us. Just, as long as you stay outside.
I'm just gonna shrug and kind of keep myself away from a tree, but sit underneath a tree and meditate while my arms are flaming.
You said your name, your dragon's name is Drake? I thought you were going to name him Horse. Oh my God, I'm kind of sad by that.
Right?
I wanted to meet Dragon the Horse, or Horse the Dragon, That's fine. The Drake's a good name, too. I mean, you could have named him Jen. That's a pretty great name, if I do say so myself. But I guess that works. And I'll even try to leave room in the living room for Drake to sit down if he's small enough to fit into my normal-sized door, taking furniture out of the way for him to settle.
Oh, Jin, it's been too long. I missed you, man.
You missed me? Who else did you miss? Oh, wait, no, you never met her. I'm going to go knock on the back door of the house that leads to the clinic. Like, come on, I need you in here. I need you inside in the house. Please, come on. And, not expecting an answer, but knocking anyway to hope that she will come through the doorway.
Hello. Cielo says into the doorway.
Cielo's quiet now.
If she feels like meeting you guys, you're in for one hell of a surprise. If not, she's working, so that's fine. Or she's out of town. I don't know. Doesn't tell me where she's going.
Drake, you be good in front of the new people. I've gotten a lot better at them, but
Give me an animal handling.
27 this time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably found some sort of food thing on the floor or some sort of crunchy bone-like weapon that was very easy to chew on and distract him and calm him down as well. It's a lot of weird stuff that you'll find in the back office of the clinic. Children and carnivorous animals would be very easily entertained back there.
So as you guys are standing there talking, Jen, shortly after that, your companion joins you.
Okay, so this 6-footish tall, very quiet, dressed in all black makeup, piercings and studded armor and attire, walks through the door, looks over at Jen, just rolls her eyes. Oh, guys, Violet, Viola, meet your Auntie Violet. I named you after her, and your Auntie Orin and your Uncle Cielo. Guys, I have a daughter. And
Oh
she's
wow!
huge. Look at her. So much muscle. Very powerful. She doesn't like talking. She doesn't like people.
Wow, Jin, that's amazing. Did you not have any sheep?
I did not have any sheep. That is what?
Wait, daughter? Congratulations. Or how old is she?
Yeah.
She's about 9, maybe 10. I don't know. She never told me her real name, and I really had no way of finding out her actual age. Just kind of found her on the side of the road and adopted her. Kind of doing a little thing like your orphanage. Probably one of your escapees. I don't know. Never bothered asking. That didn't feel like it was my business. Wasn't quite appropriate to ask. But she's my apprentice. A very good cleric too. So yeah, if any of you guys are hurt, and you'll see Odatra just kind of patching Jen up from the Nova of the dragon earlier. Not saying a word, just kind of eyeballing everybody and not saying a thing, just creepily staring at each of you. And then after a little bit of healing, she just kind of nods her head and walks off.
It was nice to meet you, Viola.
She's a bit temperamental. She doesn't like people in the shared, personal space. Doesn't mind people in the clinic, but in your, her bed's right over there and stuff. So she gets a little creeped out. Which is fair, totally fair.
Yeah, it is. I see far too much of that. Some of the little bastards became teenagers, so.
How's the orphanage going, Oren?
A lot more paperwork than I was hoping for, but growing. Looking to get one in a new level of Crystal Port. But
Yeah, same feelings. Way too much paperwork. I've got to have a folder on everybody in town that ever visits, and like a folder on people that are like just stragglers that walk in through the highway. It's weird. Wow, I did never expected to have to do that much organization. Yeah, it's weird.
well, you're doing good work. I hear good things from traders.
Yeah, we've only lost like 4 people this year.
Hey,
Doing
good job.
pretty good.
Don't tell him I lost
So
5
what
people
brings you
yesterday.
guys to town? Oh my God, just here for dinner? Wanted to see the bar or something, or just a little visit to? Man, I haven't seen you guys in forever. This is outstanding.
Yeah, all that sounds good, but I also come bearing some news and also bad news. The first news is since I discovered some new continents and one of them was actually friendly. That's actually where my friend here is from. Well, no, he's from the unfriendly one. They try to kill me a bunch. But the friendly one, the kingdom wants me to establish trade routes with them to try and get a relationship going between the continents. And I guess that's pretty good. That's why I asked Oren here, because Oren's a lot better with that stuff than I am. But the bad news is, on that continent, I found out that the silverfish is still alive.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't want to take you from all the good work you've been doing here, but I wanted... Merrick, cover your ears, please. And he begrudgingly does so. I'm gonna go murder him, and I just wanted to see if you wanted to come with. Just for, like, closure and stuff.
Of course I do. How could I not? No, this is like the family mission. There's no way I could say no to that. Absolutely, I'll come. I have to push some stuff around and some scheduling, but yeah, I think by tomorrow I could have rescheduled everything, and I could put Viola in charge there. And oh my God, yeah, still alive? You say though? Like how do you know? Like I assumed that he was still alive because he was way too easy to kill, but like you found proof that he's still out there.
Well, the Golden Coast, the place that I stumbled upon, a lot of them were dressed very similarly with cloaks that matched the silverfishes, and a lot of them, uh, the, there was a lot to do with sand, which is kind of his whole shtick, and I investigated a little bit, asked around here and there, and they told me, that the silverfish was alive, and that there is a chance that perhaps it's just a title that gets passed from here to person, but I have no way of being sure if that is just a title or it's his specifically, and I can't leave that to chance. I'm glad you're coming with us, Jim.
I'm going to look over at Violet and give that little wink that only she and I share. Golden Coast. I don't know. It sounds like a fake place to me. If there was a real Golden Coast, Orin would have already been there and robbed it blind. But really, though, other continents. Like, I remember a map when we were going through those mirrors. Do we have to go through the mirror to get there? Because those things always made me nauseous. Is it real, though? Is this like a dream place? Or do we all take a nap together and take some sort of fancy mushrooms to get there? Or do we go through a mirror? Or how do you even get to a different continent?
By boat.
By boat? That
Yeah,
sounds so simple.
it took like a really, really long time, but yeah, by boat.
Which, while we do have the mirrors, well, probably still have access to one of them, that there is one on the Gold Coast. I think by boat would be the better option, especially if we're under an official capacity, even as a cover.
Oh yeah, that's the whole establishing trade routes thing. That's the official reason why we're going. The whole murder thing is just like
Hobby.
it's like a personal, a hobby. We have fun killing people.
I'm going to reach over to the counter behind me and grab a cup of tea and hand it to this Malacart guy so he has to lower his hands. The hands thing, I don't get it. Is this... Why? Because he has to do that? What's up with that stuff? That's weird.
Honestly, man, I really don't know. Like I've told him many times already that I'm kind of his dude, and I don't really report to anybody but him. But he just can't get it out of his head that I'm not allowed to hear stuff like that.
Oh,
I don't get it. Like it wouldn't be the first time that we killed like a brigand or something. I don't get it. I was hoping you could tell me.
yeah, stick with me, kid. I'll help you out. Navigating the weirdness of Cielo's interesting adventure in its own. So, how long has the group been back together? Like, am I at the last stop here, or am I the first stop? I guess I would be the last stop if I'm the... What's going on? So, you guys want dinner, or do you all just head out now?
There's no reason to rush things. You have a very nice place here. I would like to take some time to just take it all in.
Oh, I'd love to give you guys a little tour of the town if you guys need to restock on anything, or I know Oren loves the books and Oren's never been to the bookstore here, so hey, all that kind of stuff. And Drake can just hang out and snack on all the food he can find. That's fine by me. This clinic is paid for by donations, and most people donate food as payment, which is not great for my belly, but it has been really helpful with a half-orc daughter. She's neater. She likes to lunch. Metabolism on that one is outstanding.
Do you have any chicken? Drake seems to take after Russell in that regard.
Well, I don't know. Tell him to check the icebox. Drake, there's the icebox over there. Help yourself if you find anything that looks like you would eat it. And if you eat all of it, that's fine. It will be restocked tomorrow. These people they pay in food.
Hey, Doc, I'm going to try to stealth up to the window and listen to everything going on in the house.
Okay, so hearing that, he's going to get excited. Violets, I need another D6.
Oh, shit. A 3. He's gonna go eat the whole icebox, including the icebox.
he is going to spin really fast and tail slap Orin.
But it's a 3. He's just mischievous.
Yeah. That's fine. I didn't want that shin to hurt, and I didn't want that shin to be able to feel anyways.
As he jumps around trying to find the so-called food that might be in the cupboards, sniffing.
Yeah, I'll point it out directly to him and kind of tap on it a little bit. Like, there you go, right in here. I'll even like jar it open just a little bit so he can smell any extra food that's in there.
He's going to climb up there as much as best he can and start scarfing.
I will lead the most of the group out of the living room there and out the door onto the porch, and I'll start pointing out buildings in town. Over there is it's a small little bar. We call it. This is one of the ones they let me name. In fact, most of the ones I'm going to point out are. That's the small bar. It's Oak's Refreshment. Down the way over there is the library. It's the Oak Repository. Don't confuse that with the pharmacy. That's the Oak Suppository. Up the way over there is the Oak's Resting Oak. It's the inn, and the general store over there is Oak's Retail. And way down the way, you can barely see it from here, covered with trees and other houses. That's the little school. It's called the Oak Study. They kind of stopped letting me name places after that. I don't know why. But hey, yeah, everybody else has their own little gimmicks and whatevers, and houses are all interspersed between all of it. It's a nice little town. I think we're doing great.
Cielo pulled out a little notepad and pencil halfway through the name listing. He's like, I'm sorry, I kind of got lost on the second one. Can you repeat that?
Oh, the library, we call it the Oaks Repository, because it's a repository for books. And we have the pharmacy, that's the Oaks Suppository. It's sounds similar, but it's a much different thing. Medicines instead of literature. And you put it in you. It's pretty funny. The inn is the Oak's Resting Oak, because when you're got an old tree and it's about to fall down and you want to sleep under a tree, the Oak's Rest, the Resting Oak. The store is the Oak's Retail. Kind of was losing inspiration at that point, and then the school far off for the youngins is the Oak's Study.
I think I need a drink.
Wow, you do that now, Captain? All right, let me lead the way over to the Oaks Refreshment. The drinks are not on the house. They do think of me as a little bit of a folk hero here, but they don't give me a discount. So,
Don't worry, I just saved like a lot of money on my health insurance that I wasn't expecting to. So drinks are on me.
Oh, nice. And I will lead the entire group to the tiny little tavern that we have in town.
I'm gonna sit outside.
Are you sure? They have some. I know it's not like your elven wines and stuff, but there's some pretty good drinks here.
I look down at my arms and look back at you as they're still probably inflamed.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
We got like 20 kinds of tea and stoneware cups. We bring you one out.
You gotta warm your own tea.
And after a few hours of shooting the shit and catching up, drinking teas and ales and all of the other funs, Jen's kind of out of things to show off and brag about.
So from there, you guys are going to head across the ocean to the Golden Coast?
Yeah, absolutely. I got to stop off at home and pick up some things, but yeah.
I think Cielo probably stops by to check on his mother and his uncle before leaving, but that's probably mostly uneventful. As long as nobody else really has anything that they need to take care of before they leave.
I know nothing of this continent, so I have nothing to take care of.
The entire time, Cielo's trying to show him things that he thinks are really cool about the continent, but they're all just really mundane things, like it's a really big rock or a tall mountain or something.
He's actually kind of in awe because most of his continent is trees, not really mountainous, just mainly trees. So he's in kind of awe.
The northern part of your continent is heavily mountained, but that's where the rebels are, so you don't get a chance to get up that far to actually see the mountains. You are more familiar with the trees.
So seeing all these mountains and stuff you're pointing out, I'm kind of like, that's kind of cool.
So I think that would be a good spot to stop for the night. And then we were going to talk about any questions on the one shot next week that Oren has for us or we have for Oren.
No jokes this time.
Nice.
This is the greatest game ever.